Hello, this video is going to be about the upcoming presidential election in America. And I know obviously there's also Senate and Congress seats, I believe. And I hope that it's MAGA whitewash all the way. And if it is a rhino up against, it's a very unlikely scenario, against a Democrat who is actually America First, then I hope it's the America First guy or lady that wins. Anyway, so really I'm going to sort of talk about if Trump if he's able to win. Now, it would seem that he's running away with it. Now, 4 years ago, I was extremely confident that Trump would win. So confident, in fact, I did something I never do, and I haven't done since, is I placed a bet. I was that sure he was going to win. And the odds were great, because the bookies, had him as an outsider. And I was like, well, how can that be? They must know something I didn't know. And it turns out they knew, I guess, how fortified and how rigged that election was. So if by some miracle, another miracle, Trump is able to actually get such a big victory that it's too big to rig, and then he's able to stay alive long enough, what's he actually going to do? This is the question. So obviously he looks like he's got a good team around him. He's got some big names that are going to actually, I guess, stick to the plan of being America First. Hopefully he has learnt a lot of lessons from his previous presidential run, time in office, where he put terrible people in positions. Let's hope he doesn't do that. And the most interesting guy out of all of this for me is Elon Musk. And, they're talking about putting Musk in charge of sort of government efficiency. Now, if I was a taxpaying American, I'd be extremely pleased about that. However, I'm not a taxpaying American, and I want Musk to be in charge of tech giants, social media, all of the social media, all of the big tech companies, like even including Wikipedia, stuff like that. Because they do have a very influential role in shaping opinions. So obviously, as someone who has a channel on YouTube, this channel here, which has been heavily censored, I've had so many videos taken down. I every now and again I'll get a message, we've taken this video down from like 2017 because it broke our community guidelines. It's like, okay, whatever, shrug and just say whatever, it doesn't matter. Channel's had its monetization taken away a long time ago, and I'm not allowed it back, I don't think, even though I had it. Weird. And the channel has been gradually shrinking since. So clearly this would be a channel that has been censored heavily, and if Elon Musk was to go in with his engineers and expose these algorithms, and we, instead of like the Twitter files, we get the YouTube files, we get the Facebook files, we get the Google files, the Wikipedia files. It would be a huge awakening on a global scale. It would have far more impact. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean that if Elon Musk is doing the government efficiency thing that they can't, work out how to do it. I just think he would be a great guy to have doing it. Whether or not there's conflicts of interest with his owning of X, formerly Twitter, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know whether he'd be allowed even to do that, or would he have to sell X or something like that, or hand over the running of it. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's what I would like to see, because that would force my government's hand, and governments all over Europe and the Western world, and not the Western world, just the entire world, would be going, well, we can't have the people of our country knowing all these things that are true. So they will be forced to ban said websites from their country, and you would end up with each country would have like a form of an intranet rather than an internet. If you've worked for a bigger company that have like their own sort of approved, very controlled internet, what you are allowed to. They don't want people at work watching porn. I mean, I get that, it makes sense, but obviously on a nationwide basis it's very different. So I would be very interested in that, and also because I have another channel which I'm going to do a shameless plug for here. It's a cooking channel, so it's me. I make cooking videos, and they're all right. They're actually genuinely not that bad. I know, obviously, I've plugged it a few times many years ago, so I know a lot of people that would watch the Winston Smith videos would also go and watch Uncle Matt's Cookery Lessons videos and comment in there. And I'm pretty sure that I signed that channel's death warrant as well, because YouTube just hates me for my beliefs. So I think that channel has been hampered. It's not been so overtly censored. I believe it's been like that sort of shadow banning. So the growth, it took ages to get to 1,000, and then it went from 1 to 10 very quickly. And I was like, here we go, this might actually become my job one day. And then since it got to 10,000, it's just bleh. It's been very slow progress from then, and it's sort of like it's disheartened me, and I hardly make content on there. I do it every now and again when I can be bothered, and it's a shame. But yeah, it would be, for my own selfish reasons, it would be very interesting to see whether or not if they were going into these platforms and even just shutting them down. I'd be alright with that. Let Rumble roar. I'm on Rumble as well already, but you know, it would be interesting just to see whether or not my channel would actually grow better, and this one, of course. But this channel is really like just this bloke who's the slightly fat guy who's putting the weight back on. I know. Feel free to fat shame me. I have been piling the pounds back on after I lost so much. But yeah. Anyway, that was that really. Because politics in this country is a waste of time even talking about it. I mean, we've got a new leader of the Conservative Party. Yay. And what? Oh, he's really based. He's really progressive. He's saying lots of really like things that Tories are going to go, yes, finally. And it's just like, are you mad? You absolute plebs. If you think for 1 minute the Tories would do anything, you're insane. And Reform ain't going to do fuck all either. So really, that's just a distraction for people to keep them compliant. I'm thinking, next time round we'll get somewhere and we'll finally do something. No, we're headed towards a civil war. I have no doubt about that at all. Hopefully, I'm far away from it. I don't want to be involved in it. I don't want the violence to happen. I don't want the violence, YouTube. I'm just saying I think it's inevitable and it's going to happen, and it's going to happen all over Europe. But yeah, if going back to the point of the tech monopoly, you know, what they've been doing is, if all of a sudden your Aunt Gladys can't get on Facebook to, you know, whatever, to see her cooking videos, whatever, or share a casserole recipe, or can't get on YouTube to see her favourite crochet channel, wake up call. Big wake up call for massive amount of people all at the same time, and that just brings things to a head. We get there finally, and we can salvage our country sooner rather than later. And that's it, really. Good luck to Trump and everyone. Do not be complicit, whatever. You know what I mean. And get out there and vote, and try to get as many of your friends and relatives, etc., to vote for Trump as well. Don't just sit back and think it's in the bag, because there's still a big cheat involved here. Kamala Harris all of a sudden gets 120 million votes or something like that out of nowhere, happen to beat all illegals and what have you. But it'll happen. Anyway, see you soon. Bye.